Hey folks, this is IO and we're back playing some more World of Tanks. So this time we have EpicNewb, and he's in his KV2. So this is Core Main. This is one of the newish maps that it was an old map that they took out, revamped, and put back in. And so, yeah, it's an interesting map to say the least. You can see a lot of water on the map. There's actually quite a few spots you can cross. There's actually a spot at E4 that you can jump across that river, even though it doesn't look like it, and it doesn't even look like it when you're there, but you can. And you can make it across that river at many points from G3 down and C8 up. There's also really great scout locations. Mostly I'm rambling on about this stuff because there's nothing going on. Epic's in a KV2. This is one of the most epic / failed tanks you will ever drive and ever see anyone driving. However, it takes forever and a day to get to the battle. So in the meantime, he's giving us some entertainment by smashing through. That sound you just heard was my jaw clicking shut, because that was an amazing shot. I have never seen, well, no, that's not true, but that was still pretty sweet. Now, where are you going? I think he's lagging. I hope he's lagging, because this is really weird placement, but that was an epic shot into that Lux. Thank you. Why he is turned around backwards to face the enemy, I do not know. It's not a tactic that anyone should be employing ever. But you know, sometimes it happens. So you can see that our team is currently winning this, but we're also really spread out, so if the enemy decides to push through in concentration in any one location, then we're probably going to have a seriously hard time defending this. There doesn't seem to be any enemies. Oh, there we go, we got a couple now. That's the KV1, no need to really worry about that. And the T-150. The T-150 can actually hurt quite a bit if you let him shoot more than one shot at you. He does almost as much as a KV-1S, except he fires much faster. And this shot, if this goes in, will be a very epic shot. But it didn't, it just splashed on his hull. Still did over 200 damage for just splash damage. Totally worth it. Oh, this poor KV-1 has no idea what's about to hit him. He's just sitting here, he thinks he's all... Well, now he doesn't think he's safe. Oh. Hey, he didn't bring a fire extinguisher, is he? Yep, nope, he didn't burn to death, but it came close. Now, the unfortunate thing about the KV-2 is, of course, its reload time, as it takes a good 20 some odd seconds to reload. I want to say 22 seconds to reload, though I do have a buddy who got that down to about 14 or 15 for a whole bunch of things like brothers in arms, vents, rammers. Wow, that was a pretty epic snapshot behind him. It didn't penetrate, but it hit the tank and did about 300 damage, which is definitely more than you can ask for, considering the fact that this is one of the most inaccurate tanks in this particular match, if it's not the most inaccurate tank in here. Now, unfortunately, it is the KV-2. It is really slow to begin with, and a lot of this map is marshland and other non-road type surfaces. So he's going to be running around a lot at slower speeds than he really wants to be running at, and slower speeds than he would normally be moving at. Panther M10 isn't a real threat to him unless it can get up close and personal and start circling him. I was gonna say, if that had hit, actually we don't know if that hit. It may have just done some splash damage. I can't remember if he was at 400 health before the splash damage, or before that shot or not. Either way, if he can shoot into the side of that thing, he can definitely penetrate and one-shot it. Ooh, T-20, our T-20 from the island took out the Panther, and now the ARL will go the same way. Oh, please don't do the zoomed out thing. It's not helpful. Stop it. Nice shot into the flat side of a ARL. Now you'll notice that we're starting to lose this. We are capping, though that's not going to last very much longer. Yeah, you're not going to hit that shot. There's terrain in the way. Ooh, nice bounce. I wonder if that ARL has its top gun, and I wonder where that hit. I can't see where it hit. Oh, just off the top of his hull near the driver's hatch. Good job. That poor ARL has really good gun depression, but not that good. I'm not certain I would have used my repair kit for that, but I can understand why he did. He really didn't want to stay there too much longer. He wanted to be on the move and getting into some cover. However, the VK probably only knew he was there because of the ARL. So once the ARL died, the VK would have lost sight. He would have been fine to just sit there and repair his track and then move on. Would have kept his repair kit in reserve in case he needed it for something else. Now what I really love to see him doing is, he's currently using the hull of the ARL for cover. I really love to see him poke out a little bit, light something, and then pull back into behind the bushes to fire, so that anything trying to return fire wouldn't be able to see him. He is being shot by two things currently, so that'd be the Jag Panther and the VK are currently the ones shooting at him. That looks like it. No, didn't. It may have actually taken the VK's tracks off and then the VK repaired. It doesn't really matter. Either way, somebody is still shooting at him, and he's got a few seconds more on his reload, and then he's probably going to pop out here and destroy this VK. There we go. Being a KV2, he didn't need to penetrate, he just needed to land somewhere within a 2-meter vicinity of that particular tank, and it would have, splash damage would have killed it. He could have missed, derped out, hit the ground in front of the VK, and still killed it. Oh, it looks like it may have been the EpicNewb that have been launching those shots at him. Weird. I would have thought that, no, maybe, I don't know. I'm not certain anymore. Oh, you know what? I know what happened. I mistook who was at their base and who wasn't. It's the Jag Panther that's at their base. Those of you with XVM already knew that and already think I'm kind of a moron. That's okay. This guy is the most important to take out. Good job. Now you can use his armor to bully the EpicNewb and just kind of push it back around this rock. This guy cannot let himself be shot by the KV2, or he's going to have serious problems if he's not just plain dead. The real problem, however, is the freaking rock that's in the way, as Epic isn't fast enough to get around this rock without the EpicNewb making a very, very bad mistake. Now here I'd actually be going backwards, because it's faster to roll downhill than it is to roll uphill. You might as well use that against your opponent. No, don't do that. Oh, there we go. That was the mistake he was waiting for. Good game. Just over 1100 experience for that battle. Steel Wall and of course Defender. The only reason he got Defender was because he chased the genie all the way around that rock so many times. It eventually just stacked up enough points for him to get the Defender. Though I doubt he farmed that. I'm fairly certain the entire time he was actually legitimately trying to kill it. You can see he did very little hits to most things. That's of course because the massive output damage of the KV2. And I have never owned this tank, but I keep getting hounded to buy it. The guys who own it absolutely adore it. I haven't found a single one of them who wants to sell it or has sold it. Everyone who has bought this tank that I know of keeps it and absolutely adores it. Now you can see he did 2,347 actual damage for 5 kills. That was a pretty sweet game. And 1,130 base XP. The only person who comes anywhere near close to that is the T20 who spent the entire game on the island defending and shooting from there. And he did quite an amazing job himself with over 2,500 damage and 4 kills. The two of them carried this game by far. Without these two guys in this game, or if these guys did less than 1,000 damage apiece, this game would have turned out very, very differently. 14 shots fired, 10 of them hit, and every single one of them did damage. Now it says they all penetrated. That's not true. What actually happened was they did critical damage. Critical hits count as penetrations as far as the stats at the end of a game go. He took 2,200 potential damage in return, shrugged it off mostly because of the KV2 armor, bouncing shots all over the place. He base defense points. Wow. I forgot about the VK and the ARL being inside the cap circle. He did 113 base defense points. Yeah, he wasn't crucial at all to that game. Right, guys? 23k earned for 9 minutes of work. Totally worth it. Thank you so much, Epic, for saying this in. Thank you guys for watching and hitting that like or subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. This is IOE Threat.